we're going to show how to synchronize a project created with RhinoLands in Rhino 8 with Lumion 2025. To get started, we need to have both RhinoLands and Lumion installed. In addition, we need to download the Lumion Live Sync plugin for Rhino. From Lumion's official website, you will be redirected to Food for Rhino to download the required version. We will download the latest version for Rhino 8. This file comes in YAC package format, which allows us to install it simply by dragging and dropping the file into an open Rhino window. Once loaded, the Lumion toolbar will be available in Rhino, and the Live Sync toolbar will also appear. This toolbar can be shown or hidden from the Lumion drop-down menu. Once installed Live Sync extension, it's recommended to close and reopen Rhino. Now, on one side, we have a RhinoLands project developed by Stéphanie Thomas. On the other side, we open a new project in Lumion and select an environment. By pressing the play button, we start the synchronization process. After a few seconds, our geometry will appear in the Lumion viewport. For better performance during this process, it is recommended to work using faster display modes, such as wireframe or shaded. When this button is activated, it indicates that the camera is linked. So when we control the camera movement from Rhino, those movements are reproduced in Lumion. If you notice that clicking inside the Lumion window changes the focal length, this happens because Lumion's build mode uses a default focal length of 15 mm. To match both views, we can adjust the focal length in Rhino's camera properties so they behave in the same way. Alternatively, we can click the button again to stop camera synchronization and work independently in Lumion. When we see this flickering color effect, it means there is an overlap. In this case, the Lumion terrain overlaps with the terrain created in Lands. To fix this, we can move the entire imported model upward, either using the move arrow or by adjusting the position values. Since the entire imported model behaves as a single selected object, any geometry changes must be made from Rhino. For example, if we move an object in Rhino, the change will be automatically reflected in Lumion as long as synchronization is active. Regarding materials, Lumion detects the material assigned to each element. This allows us to select geometry by material and replace it with materials from Lumion's library. In this case, we'll choose a stone material from the exterior walls category. An important aspect to consider is how plants and vegetation are transferred. Lumion imports the geometry that is visible in the Rhino viewport. Plants in RhinoLands have different quality levels for viewport and render. For plants that are more relevant in the final render, for example, once the camera is set and we identify the elements in the foreground, we select them using the Lands plant list and set their realistic detail level to the highest value before synchronizing. We'll do this for the ligustrum species, Photinia, and Syringa vulgaris. If it doesn't update automatically in the Lumion view, you can slightly reposition them so that Lumion detects a change, ensuring they appear at maximum quality. Once the model is finalized, we can adjust the weather settings. Here, it's possible to use a real sky for more realistic lighting and control the intensity by adjusting the sun position and the sky brightness parameter until we achieve the desired illumination. We make the necessary adjustments in the scene. In this case, I'm going to hide the car in the scene. From here, I'll stop the synchronization with Rhino and work directly on the images to be exported in Lumion. From the Photo tab, we save the images we want to keep using the top icon assigned to each numbered slot. Again, we can make adjustments to the camera, such as height, focal length, or orientation. We can also reposition the scene directly in the preview. This way, we can save multiple views of the project. We can also add effects to the images before exporting, such as artistic filters, lighting adjustments, or color corrections, if we want to tweak parameters like temperature, saturation, and contrast. Once the images are ready, we select the image or images to process. Click Render, choose the desired resolution, and the folder where the images will be saved, and wait for the rendering process to complete.